Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Everyone's doing all right. As you can see, I have a haircut. I have received a cut of the hair. Very happy with it. I'm very happy with it when it cooperates with me here. Hold on. Everything's reversed. This is not a mirror. Okay. All right. Yes. So, yes, new haircut. Very happy. And yet, keeping the hawk. Very happy with that too. Um, even talked to someone earlier today, and friend of mine, and yeah, I think I've decided on keeping it. Um, very happy about that. Anywho, I have a piece of something stuck in my teeth. I apologize for being a little distracted at the moment. I am trying to quickly do something that works that will persist in my Sims game. Here it is. Having a weird issue. It's not letting me save. It's throwing an error code at me, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why it is doing that. So I'm just picture of the error code. It won't let me save, but it will let me. It says it won't let me save when I'm in a lot, but it will let me save when I'm in the neighborhood. So I'm going to try saving and then quitting, as I heard from someone on the interwebs that while it didn't throw an error, it still was not saving their game. Now, I haven't had to play The Sims and haven't had to play. Man, that makes it sound like I haven't played The Sims in a little bit. So, I haven't done anything that I've lost. But still, like, this is disturbing. I need to figure this out. I want to be able to, do something when the time comes that I suddenly need to. So let's see. I just did the save on the neighborhood screen or whatever. Manage worlds. Something like that. I don't remember. I think it was just neighborhood. It did save. It did save. Okay. I am seeing the change I made reflected on the world screen, at least. I suppose if I load into the lot, it's not there. That's something different, but it looks fine. Come on. Oh no. It is gone. Oh shit. So I literally just can't save anything. Okay. Well, shit. All right, my game is broken. This is extra hilarious if you know anything about what's going on with The Sims as a franchise right now, because EA has basically just announced that they are not going to be creating a Sims 5. There's been this project in the Sims studio called Project Renee for a while now, and a lot of people thought it was Sims 5 because the way they were talking about it was like it's the next generation of The Sims, right? Which sounds like Sims 5, right? However, it seems that Project Renee is actually essentially online Sims, which I find funny because we've tried this before. The Sims Online existed. When was it? It was an online game. Sims Online 2002. MMO developed in 2002. Or released in 2002. was back when Maxis was kind of still Maxis. It was part of EA Games, but it was very much an independent studio under a publisher, not part of this game studio monstrosity that exists now as EA Games. Closed, God, 2008. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so yeah, Sims Online basically is what Project Renee is apparently going to be. And they're not going to make a Sims 5. They are instead going to make Sims 4 a forever game and just keep adding more content to it. Their justification for this is, and this is why it's funny to me, their justification for this is because people have sunk so much time and effort into their Sims 4 games over the last 10 years that it's been in existence that making them start all over and purchase all new content packs that are the same kind of things that they've already made would be somehow bad, right? So instead, they've decided to essentially say, you know, all your save games will stay the same because it's going to be the same game. Like, there's no worries. It's all going to be the same. Which is funny because my save game is now corrupted, apparently, and I can't save anything. So my save game sounds like it might just be lost. I might have to just start from scratch completely. All 3 houses that I worked on just on. And I've only been working on them for a couple months too, so it's like, what the fuck? So, you know, cool. Definitely how I thought that would go. Probably. I'm getting an error every time I try to save it. So, and I thought I had a workaround where I could save from the neighborhood screen, but I can't. Even though it doesn't throw the error, it doesn't actually save. So, nothing I do is sticking. It's great. And I'm not the only one that has this issue. I know that much because I have found a couple of other people on the internet that do have this problem, and there's no solution that anything has shown. So it's just kind of perfect irony that it's happened at the same time that EA is like, yeah, we're going to make Sims 4 a forever game, so you never have to lose your saves. Like, well, apparently I'm going to lose them anyway. So maybe you can fix your fucking game or, you know, put out a better one, perhaps, instead of, you know, dicking around with Sims 4 for another 10 years. A 10-year-old game, and they want to just keep it going forever. Like, what the fuck? It just, I don't know. It would be one thing if The Sims 4 were a truly amazing game, but it just isn't. There are so many issues that I see with it as someone who's played The Sims from the beginning, from the first game. There are just so many issues that make it boring to play, you know? And I think one of the key things that I take away lately, you know, because obviously I only engage with the building part of it, really, building and decorating. That's all I'm doing. I kind of have no interest in live mode, because the live mode cycle of Sims 4 is incredibly boring to me, which is why I have never been able to play. So I'm kind of just doing the decorating thing. And it's even the decorating part, even the build part, there are a lot of broken parts. I feel very clearly that to use, like, in order to use some of the features that Sims 4 includes, you need to usually put on move objects on, which is, for those who don't know, a cheat that allows you to place anything anywhere regardless of restrictions. So, you know, you can place a door without a wall. You can place 2 chairs on top of each other, you know, stuff like that, which the game normally would not allow you to do. But if you put this cheat on, you can basically place anything anywhere. And it is not a good sign when, in order to use the features like the resize features that Sims 4 has, where you can take an object and you can hit a button to make it bigger, you can hit a button to make it smaller, you can do that multiple times. You know, if you've got a rug, it's really helpful for that. If you've got a really big rug and you're like, I just want this to be smaller so it fits in space, you can make it smaller, you can shrink it. But oftentimes that doesn't let you place anything. You know, it fucks up so much. And so it's a broken feature as far as I'm concerned. And the only way to use it is with a cheat, which is not a feature then. You know, it's, I don't know. You shouldn't have to use cheats on an official level in order to play the game as it's intended. That just means that it's broken. And this is the game that they want to build to continue to build on top of for the next 10 years. Never make a Sims 5. Sure. Oh, right. I forgot. I can't. I'm not doing this. Crap. I also forgot that GOG Galaxy is broken now, which is cool. Really cool. Pentatask. Play Night, however, is not, and that's the one that I'm looking at right now. I just started with it yesterday, and it's kind of new, but is there a way I can filter out just the game's sorting settings? And wish I could have a secondary sorting then. Grouping settings? And group it by installed or not installed. There we go. This is something. Uncharted Waters Origin demo? Actually know what that is. Oh. I have 47 games installed. Is there a recent? Recently played? Activity? Why is Observer on there? Unless, did I just recently download that? Or not download that? Yeah, GOG Galaxy has completely broken for me now. It won't connect to Steam at all. And the it won't connect to Steam, and the developer who was working on it apparently hasn't updated, or the developer who was working on the Steam plugin apparently hasn't updated it in like years now, so it's not going to work, basically. It has never really worked for what's it called? It's never really worked for me for one of them. It's usually fine with Epic. It's usually fine. It used to be fine with Steam. It's fine with Xbox stuff. I cannot remember the launcher that it doesn't like. I don't remember. Yeah, but yeah, Play Night, PLAYNITE is apparently like it has everything built in. It has everything built into it. You don't have to download any community plugins. You can just select a bunch of things. You can select things that I didn't even think of, like the Humble Launcher or Amazon, right? So anyway, I had to do a lot of manipulation to it though, especially because I had a bunch of things like set up before. One of the things, for instance, was like I had added all of the Nancy Drew games, even the ones that I had to install from the CD or CD images that are not in the launcher, things like that, or like No One Lives Forever, right? Those aren't, I don't have launchers for that, so. Hello, Elraz, welcome. Welcome. I forget what we're doing. We're breaking into the bank. That's right. We're breaking into the bank. Because the guy... Oh, hey.
Miss Mayor, what brings you to my humble...
He exists.
You can stop pretending, Mr. Vasquez. No one is watching. I am pleased to see you have everything up and running already.
Then I guess you're here for an update on Operation Trash Collection.
In due time. First, I would like to talk about something else.
Aye, ma'am.
Okay.
I am making an effort to get to know my constituents. Would you tell me a little bit about your background?
I guess. Sure. Anything in particular?
And even beyond that, like, mandatory launchers has kind of gone the exact same way that the streaming services have. Like, Facebook, leave me the fuck alone. So, like, everything has a streaming service now, right? It used to just be Netflix, and then, you know, everyone needed to have their own. Disney had to have their own. HBO had to have their own. And they started doing things exclusively on streaming and completely ignoring cable. And then they just basically made worse cable, right? Eventually, we all kind of know how this has gone, because now all of those streaming services are extremely expensive. Half the time they have mandatory ads anyway, so it's just like cable used to be. Things are not actually on demand. You can't necessarily binge them all the time. I mean, right now I'm watching the Hulu series Only Murders in the Building, and they are releasing on a weekly schedule every Thursday. So it's like, I can't watch this all at once like I want to. I can't watch it at my own leisure like I want to. I have to wait for you to put out a new fucking episode, even though you're not filming during this time. They're not doing any production during this time. And that was the reason why TV shows were staggered like that, right? Like, I think X-Files too, even, you know, in the 90s, early 90s, they were still filming, like, they'd be filming the second half of the season, the spring part, you know, in the fall. Anyway, I digress. So, like, everybody has their own streaming service now, right? Same thing happened with game launchers. Steam comes out, revolutionizes everything. Then everyone needed to have their own, right? And even if they are listed on Steam sometimes, when you hit play, they will launch the launcher to launch the game. That is the problem I have with the EA app, for instance, because EA is a shitty company that does shitty things. And their app is broken on top of being a piece of trash. So, you know, even though I bought the game through Steam, it launches on the EA app regardless. But in the same way that streaming services are now realizing, oh shit, we fucked up, there are too many of us, the market can't hold this, the same thing is happening with launchers, because I believe Ubisoft was rather disappointed with the launch of Star Wars Outlaws. And one of the reasons they recognized that the sales were not that great was because people were waiting for them to release it on Steam. They were planning to actually do a delayed release. They were going to release on Ubisoft Connect first, and then they were going to release on Steam a while later. They have been so disappointed that they're actually moving the Steam release up, and have already announced that come the spring, they're going to just exclusively use Steam from here on out. Like, it sounds like the Ubisoft launcher is more or less dead. So it's like, you're all gonna come back anyway. Like, fucking hell, just, ugh. I know, how can EA be shitty when Activision and Ubisoft exist? It's mind-boggling, but, you know, they all suck.
Tell me more about your life before coming here.
No mames, way. You know I'm not allowed to talk about my time spent with the organization.
Of course you can. What's the worst they can do? Burn you? Oh, right.
Worst.
Too late for that.
Actually, revealing the secrets of the PMF might get us both killed.
Spare me the drama. As far as they know, this conversation never happened.
The Plausible Mission Force is an independent espionage agency. We take the hard missions, but not the impossible ones.
Why are you no longer working with them? And do not give me that for the love of taco speech.
As you know, Senora Barrett, the BMF has disavowed me. My last mission was... oh, how to put it? My last taco was a bit more than I could chew. You sure you have time for this? It's a long story.
I've been here listening to everyone's fucking long stories, so why the hell not?
Indulge me, please.
A year ago, the BMF was dealing with a mission of the utmost importance.
Let me guess.
This probably won't be funny, though. Oh look, it's a bunch of Mission Impossible plots.
Keeping the identities of all our secret agents from falling into the wrong hands?
Oh, Senora, they had tickets for the World Series. Anyway, the agency head came to me with a mission he knew I could handle better than anyone. There was a mole in the PMF. The mission, which I chose to accept, was to find the mole and neutralize them.
Quite an interesting task, Mr. Vasquez. What happened next?
Something that will haunt me all my life. My best friend, Diego Traicionero, was the mole all along. Who could have guessed, right? I had just found him out, and I was giving the boss a status report, during his daughter's quinceañera, but that bastardo sniped him from 3 blocks away. Right in front of me.
Right in front of my salad.
So I was taken in as a suspect. Diego used the chance to drop the mole charges on me, on top of the assassination. Everyone bought it, because only the boss had known about my assignment. I fled, but not before sweating revenge on that pendejo, Diego Traicionero.
Hence the name Taco Pendejo.
President, I shall appoint you head of the PMF and gift wrap that Diego Traicionero bastard for you.
Ay, Senora Barrett, you're gonna make old Taquito cry.
How did the organization begin?
We started at the bottom, rescuing stray cats stuck in trees.
I am on the edge of my seat.
He can't just be nuked from orbit because you've got Starlink satellites.
Escúcheme bien.
He's got to go down too.
Sometimes, even a cat stuck in a tree can be a matter of life or death. So don't judge a mission on its apparent simplicity.
Hard not to. What was your last successful mission?
One of my final assignments was to deal with one of the world's deadliest Soviet spies. His code name was Petrov.
He's got to get high orbit.
Was to turn American agents into sleeper agents for the other side. It was one of the most difficult missions I ever went on. He outwitted us at every turn.
What happened then?
He fled the country with his daughter Natasha. But thanks to an American agent they call Coconut Tree, we tracked him down to his safe house in Paris.
Coconut Tree?
Cornered him.
Kamala Harris?
Disposed of him like the Soviet dog he
Hold
was.
on. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
I did not realize you and Maxwell knew each other.
No mames! You're telling me that peachy away from the tiki bar is the Coconut Tree?
You really did not know? I thought you worked together.
We've collaborated, but I've never actually met him. If I had, I'd already have his autograph. That man's a legend.
What a marvelous coincidence that you are both here. You should go over to the Kamehameha and drink to the success of that mission you mentioned.
Actually, we have a lot to discuss. That case is still technically open. See, we know Petrov had a collaborator, and they're the ones trying to carry out his mission now. Something smells rotten in the state of New Mexico, and it's not just my food truck.
Let us focus on the task at hand. Let's discuss the operation.
What about it?
I would like to go over the plan from the beginning.
I gotta infiltrate Mike's diner and collect enough evidence to put that filthy pendejo out of business. Whatever it takes.
Wait a minute.
And once you have all that information,
Not the bank?
An anonymous call to the health inspector to shut the place down. Simple. A la parque efectivo.
leave the...
Now I don't understand what's happening.
Nothing must happen to them.
Senora Barrett, I'm a professional.
Good. Make sure you don't engage with my offspring either.
El Diablo del Taco.
Okay.
You look quite tired. Is there anything you need to discuss before we greenlight the operation?
It's nothing serious, Senora Barrett. I'm just having a little trouble sleeping.
How so?
Well, either I'm thinking too much about the target, or I'm still not used to the safe house. Oh, and I wanted to talk about the uniform and the truck.
Is the target giving you nightmares too?
Oh, no, that way doesn't scare me at all.
Then what is it? Are you having second thoughts?
I'm a professional. I'll get it done. It's just, well, maybe it's none of my business, but he really doesn't seem like such a bad guy.
You are right, Mr. Vasquez. It is none of your business.
Ooh.
What is the issue with your uniform?
El uniforme está bien chido, señora Bear. Gracias. It's just a bit tight in certain areas.
Well, our choices were a bit limited. You're lucky that this gentleman wore the same size as you, and that his clothes survived the collision, even though he did not.
Oh my god.
That explains the olor a muerto. Couldn't you have taken the uniform off the ice cream truck driver?
Well, I would have, but someone beat me to it.
Who would steal a uniform off a corpse? I mean, present company excluded.
I have a terrible feeling that I will find out very soon. Regardless, please do not forget to return that uniform when we have finished. If too many corpses turn up mysteriously naked, the mortician might start asking questions. What did you want to tell me about the truck?
Oh, it smells terrible. Like someone stacked up trash for years and let it rot in the heat of the sun.
Well, what did you expect a refurbished garbage truck to smell like? Lavender?
¿Un camión recolector? Ay, Dios mío.
Is there something about the safe house keeping you away?
Yeah, either the bright green glow or the screams of the ratas melting in the chemical waste.
If you do not like your safe house,
Okay.
you can always sleep in the truck.
Never mind. I'll learn to live amongst the waste. Who knows? It might give me some superpowers.
I believe cancer is a more likely outcome.
Cancer? No mames, way.
I must say, I thought you fellows at the PMF were made of tougher stuff.
You're right, Señora Barrett. Ya no me voy a quejar nomás. I swear.
I hope that is Spanish for I will work quickly and without any complaints. Let me see if your cover stands up to scrutiny. Good day, Taco Smith.
Taco Smith?
Or eaten the foods of Mexico. What do you recommend?
Claro, señora. Tengo tacos, tamales, and churros, of course.
Tell me more about the tacos.
I'm the Joe Louis of tacos, ma'am. I prepare them with the handmade taco shell tortilla, with cheese, cilantro, onion, aguacate, and my secret salsa. Buena suerte o vaya con Dios.
Is that very spicy?
Chipo jalapeño and habanero, plain and simple. Pica un chingo.
I will take that as a yes. Tell me more about the tamales.
Ah, los tamales son lo mejor, especially when dealing with rowdy children who are picky about their food.
Can you put broccoli in them?
You can put anything in them. Pollo, ternera, cerdo, verduras, you name it.
Intriguing. Perhaps my offspring would enjoy broccoli tamales for dinner.
That sounded like an evil laugh.
Tell me more about the churros.
Ah, tasty churros. No one knows their origin, and no one really cares. They come in all sorts of flavors like...
Ah, yes. I used to eat them every weekend in London with my mother.
Let me stop you right there, Senora Barrett. What those pinche Brits did to the recipe should be considered culinary terrorism.
Come on now. It is quite normal to dip things in Marmite.
Oh my god.
Se la boca, Senora Barrett. Wars have been declared for less.
Do you do croquetas?
Those are not Mexican, Senora Barrett. If you want fancy food, get yourself to Paris.
Excellent. You passed my little test.
Years of experience and rigorous training, Senora. Also, a lifetime full of my abuelita's cooking.
That will be enough. You seem to know your business fairly well. Did Michael take the bait?
He sure did. Miguel already picked up about 10 of those maps and took them home.
He did? Do we already have some recordings?
Yes, but I'm not sure you want to hear these. It's mostly him talking while doing various chores. You know, in the kitchen, the bedroom, also in the shower.
Okay.
I hate to ask, but what is happening in his kitchen?
I think you should hear for yourself.
Time to practice the forbidden recipes. The ones all walkers know not to cook in front of witnesses.
Perfect. Whatever disgusting concoction he is making will be enough proof to...
Perfectly cooked risotto ai funghi, followed by this tender beef stroganoff with a side of Caesar salad, and, last but not least, a delicious lemon drizzle cake.
That filthy slime ball actually knows how to cook?
And quite well, apparently.
That mother cooker.
Mother cooker. Okay.
I know this is a disgusting question, but what is happening in his bedroom?
He has some strange dreams. Here, let me just...
Yes, I've been working out. Thanks for noticing, Eliza.
Oh. Okay.
Mexican food is a lie. Ha! Strawberry. Michael Walker, the new mayor of...
They have never said the name of this town.
Yes, Mr. President, I have your meatballs right here.
Turn it off, Mr. Vasquez. I have heard more than enough. What is happening in his... Oh, I do not even want to say it.
It looks like the shower is where Mike practices his, musical talents. You'd better hear this.
I am running for mayor. Eliza will tear her hair. I'm gonna beat her. Gonna defeat her. She's gonna scream and cry. And hopefully she'll die. New on my menu. Mayor a la fondue.
That son of a... Well, at least I know what he is up to. What else is on this recording?
About 3 hours of, well, this.
It's gonna hurt after a while.
Never mind. Just tell me
Laughing?
when you have something of use. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is our likelihood of success?
If God is willing, the winds favor us, and there are no black cats in the streets. 11.
Mr. Vasquez, overconfidence always leads to failure.
No dude de mí, Senora Barrett. Come on, ask me anything. Let me put your mind at ease.
What is your backup plan? Remember, if you get caught or killed, I will disavow any knowledge of your actions and condemn them immediately.
Ah, no se preocupe, Senora Barrett. I've done to that dude more than once. If they capture me, me bebo el cianuro, and problem solved.
Do you still have access to any espionage resources?
Ah, Senora Barrett, I might be an outcast from the Force, but I still have true friends there.
Wonderful. Call for backup. We could use all the help we can get.
Backup? Over a pinche diner? Nah, no mames. If word spreads that I can't take care of this on my own, I'll be a laughingstock among spies everywhere.
A sacrifice I am more than willing to make.
Ouch, Senora Barrett. You're hurting mi corazoncito.
My family has tried and failed to take that place down for generations. Do not underestimate that son of a rocky oyster. Would you consider a more hands-on approach?
I told you when you hired me, Tequiro Vasquez no es un asesino.
Shall we change the subject?
I'm all ears.
Never mind. I would like to pursue other topics of conversation.
You're the boss, Senora Barrett.
I need you to return to the safe house immediately.
No mames. What happened now? Did we get busted?
No, nothing like that. I just need you to go there because of reasons.
Is this a test, Senora Barrett? You were very specific about me not leaving my post.
Mr. Vasquez, your dedication is admirable, but you must go back to the safe house now.
If you want me
Okay.
to deviate from the
Why do I want him?
you need to tell me what's going on. Something's fishy about this. I don't
Okay.
think you're a woman who changes her mind on a whim.
What is this?
Well, since you insist, and because I appreciate your thoroughness, I'm being forced by a hardened criminal to rob the bank.
Okay, so they are
It
vaguely
probably goes without
connected.
saying, but there cannot be any witnesses.
Wait, you really aren't joking, are you? No mames. You know what kind of trouble you can get in for that?
Do you think I want to do this? What choice do I have?
Well, Senora, listen. I would be happy to help you, but my contract only covers our original deal.
So, are you leaving?
Shouldn't you tell Amos about the padre?
Trust me, everything is under control.
Whatever you say, Senora Barrett. Just don't get too involved.
Watch is synchronized.
Mr. Huckleberry.
Escape routes
ruining
double
someone's
checked.
night, I see.
Ruin? No way! My music's gonna lull them into the sweetest dreams they've ever had.
Or nightmares.
Are you here for a reason, or did you just drop by to needle me?
It is a bit late for your tuneless screeching. Please call it a night.
Why would I do that? I just got started.
How do I put this subtly?
Ma'am, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Alrighty then. Mr. Huckleberry, are you aware that people are joining this space program because of you?
Read him.
Follow.
Read him to filth.
Your infernal screeching is so horrible that some of our fellow citizens would rather strap themselves to a missile and be shot into the vastness of space just to get as far away from you and your music as humanly possible.
Read him to filth.
But it did get him to stop playing. Now, if I could only find a way to make him leave as well. How are things with your baby girl?
She's not the same after that filthy pig put his grubby hands on her.
At least the two of you have been reunited.
I'm thinking of suing the sheriff's office over this.
No, they cannot afford a lawsuit.
Sorry, Miss Mayor, but I feel I deserve compensation for this.
Listen to me, you paltry excuse for a musician. If you so much as look up a lawyer's phone number, I will make sure your baby girl disappears forever. Get ready to play the tambourine, because you will never see your guitar again.
Mwahahaha. No? Okay, just
I see your recent encounter with the sheriff has taught you well.
Yeah, I want to keep my distance from that guitar napper.
I have a request, Mr. Huckleberry, if you are up to the task.
Let me guess. Hail to the chief?
Actually, I was going to ask if you could play something to make people leave the park.
You want me to play badly?
Yes, just the usual.
just the usual.
But this isn't really the kind of gig I had in mind.
Goodbye, Mr. Huckleberry.
Go with the flow, Miss Mayor. Just a second, ma'am. Before you go, could I interest you in my songwriting skills? I could create a real catchy theme song for your campaign.
Interest is a strong word. But your music might just get me the youth vote. I suppose it is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Let me jam you the jammiest jam that's ever been jammed. Pretty good, huh? Got a real political vibe. Well, when do I start?
After much more consideration than you deserve, I have decided that I want you as far away from me and my campaign as physically possible.
Hey.
Who goes there? Oh, it's just the mayor.
What is going on here, Deputy?
I'm sorry, but I can't talk with you right now, ma'am.
A lovely tree that serves as a home for some equally lovely chipmunks.
That are plotting something. Bank blueprints memorized.
Leave the chipmunk harassment to Amos and Deputy McCord. Haphazardly parking like this. Ugh. I wish there were a way to monetize inappropriate automotive positioning. Oh, ho ho ho. It appears Christmas came early this year. And where would I go? Ha! My goodness, Maxwell. This is far better than I thought it would be.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean, huh?
Oh, Max. I'm just teasing. But really, the bar looks wonderful. You did an amazing job.
I sure
Compliments?
And I did it all by myself.
Sincerely?
I don't have minions to do the heavy lifting, unlike some people.
We have been over this 100 times, Max. You cannot just borrow Joseph whenever you feel like it. Besides, I am quite sure you can lift more than he can.
True. Anyway, welcome to the Kamehameha Tiki Bar and Lounge, Eliza. The best and only Polynesian drinking establishment on this side of Oahu. You ready to say aloha to a good time?
This really brings back memories of the good old days.
It really does, doesn't it? So, what brings the mayor to my humble establishment? I'm guessing the grand opening isn't the real reason you came in.
Max, Jenkins has been kidnapped by a ruffian named Jack Riley.
All right! I was just thinking to myself how boring civilian life could be. I still have some C4 left over from my last mission. Let me just grab it.
Oh,
What?
Perhaps you should try something a bit more subtle?
No way! I did subtle for way too long. And now I want to blow stuff up. If you want my help, we do it my way. Going once, going twice.
Fine, I will handle this myself. What does a lady have to do to get her hands on a fancy drink here?
She usually either has to give me money or a free drink flyer.
Luckily, I have a flyer right here.
Did you notice how incredibly detailed the design is on these? The colors, the typeface. I spent weeks just thinking about how wide I wanted the border to be. And here, look at the background color. Know why I chose that?
Max, I am sure you worked hard, but this is just an advertisement. Most of these will end up in a trash can.
Well, yours didn't.
Anyway, where is my free drink?
One round KO, coming right up.
I don't think that actually shook the drink up very much. Oop, then we just put that in the pocket.
I am sure I do not even have to ask, but...
We've been through thick and thin together. I've always got your back. Besides, you're the best politician I know. You deserve to be mayor, and you have my support.
I knew I could count on you, Maxwell. Finally, someone that does not ask for something in return.
Now that you mention it, there is one thing.
No, do not dare to...
Just ribbing you. That said, maybe you could help me out. I need some live music for the bar, and I haven't had much luck. Maybe you could ask around?
Anything for a friend.
Great. The ads over there...
I mean, I know a musician who apparently is bad, according to Eliza at least. Oh, hi, Joseph.
Just what this place needs.
Actually, it's exactly what this place needs. Some live music should really cheer up the clientele.
What clientele?
Exactly. But first, I need your expertise. I had Frank Cooper draw up this contract for me since he has more business experience. I can't make heads or tails of this legal jargon, though. Can you look it over for me?
I suppose I could. I would not want you to be cheated, after all. Max, do you mind if I take this outside? I cannot abide that stench.
Go ahead. Now wait.
This is quite an aggressive contract. What a mind Mr. Cooper has for paperwork. Upon signing this document, employee promises to clean employer's home and all personal effects. Hardly standard in a musician's contract. But it heartens me to think of those freeloaders being put to real work.
Ah, there it is.
By the Sons of Liberty!
Okay.
How dare you steal from me? Well, Max, the good news is that while morally bankrupt, the contract seems to be perfectly legal. The bad news...
Oh, come on! Don't tell me it was that damn eagle again!
This is a regular issue?
There's nothing else you need.
Not so fast. Go ask Frank. Maybe he has another copy.
Must I?
No, you're welcome to track down that eagle and steal the contract back before she eats it.
Huh. Okay.
Aloha, Eliza.
Mahalo, Maxwell. I would love to catch up with you if you have the time.
I've always got time for you, honey.
Queen Capiolani's dress. God, that brings me back.
That was the best caper we ever pulled off.
What a pair of troublemakers we were. Would you mind if I borrowed it for a while? I just want to try it on for old time's sake.
Yes, I mind. We agreed that whoever looked best in it could keep it, and I won fair and square.
I thought I looked great in it.
Yeah, well, amazing beats great, hun. It's staying with me.
Have you heard
So-
from Nick?
Well, not since you convinced her that...
Eliza is like
In retrospect, perhaps I was a tad
an
too
ex-con?
enthusiastic about it. But you have to admit, it was a flawlessly
Yes.
executed plan.
Flawless? We had to hold a fake funeral.
But she left you alone, right? Therefore, it was a success.
Yeah, well, you forgot to tell my mom it was fake. She still hasn't forgiven you for that. Hell, she hasn't forgiven me either.
Can you tell me about your last mission again?
Berlin, 1945. We were laying low when the order came in. Captain Rogers had found our target's secret hideout in the city outskirts. By the time we
Rogers?
got there, the hideout was heavily guarded on all sides.
Steve Rogers?
Until Private Ryan got a brilliant idea.
Saving Private Ryan?
Throw a tank and shoot ourselves right through a window. Worked like a charm. Except for good old Ryan himself. He hit the wall. God rest his soul.
Yeah, I can't save Private Ryan.
But all it took was one good look at us to make them realize it was better for their health to pretend they hadn't seen a thing. We moved through the bunker unimpeded until there was only a door between us and evil incarnate. I kicked the door down, ready to show that bastard how we do things in America. And that's when everything went foobar. Somehow, that bastard had known we were coming and welcomed us with a deafening rain of fire and bullets. I managed to samba my way through it, but the rest of my team weren't so lucky. My men, dead before they crossed the threshold, and me with only a coconut left in my inventory.
Coconut left in my inventory?
Folks in this world were within that coconut. So I snuck behind him while he reloaded his guns and did what I do best. His last words were, "Was machst du mit dieser Kokosnuss?"
Okay.
That's how it could have gone. But it didn't, because he was dead when we got there. Yep, killed himself just like the official report says.
Okay. Alright, didn't know we needed an alt history Hitler assassination, but okay.
Are you excited to find
Featuring Captain America and Private Ryan from Saving Private Ryan.
Well, excited isn't the first word that pops in my head when talking about taxes. But that 50% cut you gave me the other day? You're a lifesaver!
What the hell are you talking about?
I called you at home the other day and asked about it. Don't you remember?
I have no memory of such conversation. What did I even tell you?
It was something like, the divine Mayor Barrett grants you a 50% tax cut. Henceforth, you shall pay as little in tax as possible. So saith I, ruler of this land.
Betty.
And then you said, I must dash. I am having tea with Lady Bloopington and her horse. And hung up.
That was my offspring, Max, not me.
Offspring.
Damn it, Betty. Wait, I still get that tax break, right?
Oh, all right. But only because it is you, and only for 1 year.
Aw, thanks, Eliza. Come here so I can give you a smooch.
Ugh, I can still change my mind, you know.
Rip.
Do you think this venture of yours is completely sound? A Hawaiian bar in the middle of the desert?
Hey, if that guy in the park can sell tacos off a truck and be successful in just a few weeks,
The man who operates that truck is an agent I have personally hired to help bring down Michael. He goes by the name of Taquito.
Taquito. Wait, you're not talking about Taquito Vasquez, are you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he has a musical sting. That's what that is.
Only.
My Laka, that guy's a freaking legend. I can't wait to tell my friend back at the agent. Oh yeah, secret. Crap.
We should return to this some other time.
Sure thing.
There are a lot of new faces in town lately. What do you think of our new community members?
Which new people specifically?
One's the list. All right.
What is your opinion on Misters Cooper and DeLuca?
I've heard the name Marco De Luca before. There are a lot of rumors about what he did in Chicago. He's got a mean right hook and a business partner he'd die for. Guy named Angelo Martinelli.
Martinelli, is it? I actually wanted to ask about Ms. Hart.
Look, Eliza, you know I'm on your side, right?
What sort of question is that? Of course I do.
You do not want to be asking questions about Layla Hart. Trust me.
Okay. So her name actually is Hart. Who the fuck is she still?
What is your opinion on the new school principal?
She's got big shoes to fill and no idea what's coming in September. And I know.
In the shape of Betty?
Disclose the whole flammable pencil prank story.
It would be legally inadvisable for me to do so. I mean, what flammable pencil prank? You know what? I am certain I can deal with these things by myself.
Well, I'm here for you. I got your back, no matter what.
I shall see you another time, Max.
You're always welcome here, my friend.
Oh, okay. All right. All of that's done. Waikiki Beach in Salem.
Nights, Max and I were the guardians.
There is actually a Waikiki Beach in Salem, Massachusetts, though.
If I brought this home, I think my offspring would not be the only one who starts asking questions. Yes, Max and I got drunk and acquired this from Iolani Palace. Yes, he looks better in it than I do. No, I'm not bitter about that at all. Hopefully, that answered all of your potential questions. One disguise down, 2 to go. That ridiculous costume shop might actually be of use to me today.
That was surprisingly
They are made
useful.
of rare Hawaiian sheep's wool, the most flammable textile known to man. Trust me, this is not something you want to wear to a luau. No need to take them. My custom Tule Lake Wallaby curtains are much better than these.
I dread what you'll do to the White House when you finally move in.
They are made of rare Hawaiian sheep's wool. Trust me.
Testing.
Max calls this the totem of your mama. Apparently, invoking its name will make any joke hilarious.
Oh my god.
Can you please?
Max's sense of humor needs your mama's help more than I ever will.
That's not what your mama said.
Point proven.
Damn, you got me again.
You think you can take her? Dom pairing yum?
Before it even touches your lips. How Max got a hold of a bottle is beyond me. A liquor so expensive. A liquor. And you know what is better than cider? A lot of cider. Now comes in 3XL, a hearty distillery product. Enjoy the glorious aftertaste. Bottled straight from the sewers for your pleasure. Best served warm. Enjoy best served. A blend of 2 aged rums start the island evening, with hints of falernum, watermelon, and cinnamon. Serve in a clamshell and drink it on your back. You will be lying down soon with a fuzzy otter feeling. The only thing that will be more smashed than your ukulele is you. Freeze your mind and your senses. Made with winter wheat slightly chewed by deer, and water from the favorite glacier of the white-winged Yucca finch. Delicate and ever so slightly sweet. But what you're really here for is that icy finish. Slimy drink. Hard to swallow. A drink like those of the old days for the bravest adventurers. From organic agriculture, without animal traces. Contains 50% grog, 50% spirulina.
Okay.
Max's own brew. Available only to those capable of growing a mustache thicker than his. Luckily, I do not count myself among those select few. Max's own luckily. Wait, is there another bottle back there? How sneaky. From Hell's Heart, I stab at thee. This legendary concoction was banned from all seafaring vessels. Care to guess why? Exactly. Do not drink in boats. Just a tiki torch vodka, but smaller and twice as expensive. Every tourist's favorite drink. Max said this drink was smooth, sweet, and easygoing, with a touch of exotic mystery. Now that I say it out loud, I think he was just describing himself.
I'm gonna get some snacks soon. Mostly because I'm very tired of reading this. Oh, they're all different? Okay.
With a hint of aged cedar. If I drink this, I will have flashbacks to how I met my offspring's father. Drinking this feels like getting your brain smashed with a slice of pineapple, wrapped around a large chunk of pumice. To say it is a very specific experience would be an understatement. A little mix of sake, whiskey, cognac, tequila,
Ugh.
limoncello, and
Ugh.
Del Mico. The most international of drinks.
No me gusta.
Your mouth tastes like the shower floor of a youth hostel.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Warning, alcohol is a depressant, especially this one. The only drink I know of where the bubbles go down.
Where the bubbles go down. Good.
Imported
Busy
from the
sinking
island of
drink.
Ponywu, this legendary beverage is consumed before, during, and after human sacrifices. The taste of some red wax fruit with a bit of red food coloring and chalk may contain traces of blood. Ever wished you could have slush and cider mixed together? Instead of always pouring cider into your slush? Well, this drink may be for you. Best served cold, ready to mingle. Some say it is quite tasty,
Tatooine blue milk.
straight from the source, but I am not convinced.
Okay.
A shock to the system. A delicious mocktail of lime soda and cherry syrup, with a dash of formaldehyde for taste.
I feel like these are mostly
Stirred with a scalpel.
some kind of reference, and I don't know what they are.
Taste the refined combination of sugar and chili in this fantastic 20-year-old old-fashioned rum. With an unexpected tap water color. It is also wonderful for playing unsuspected pranks on friends. In the warm, tropical Caribbean sun. Beware, this is not a white rum, just a very pale, dark one.
I don't think there's a reason to keep doing that.
This is the mask of Ai Makikiyu. Combatants wear it during martial arts tournaments.
I'm a kicking you? Sure.
Wait. I know that.
I would not even touch these with Joseph's severed hand. A bowl full of germs, bacteria, and, if you are lucky, peanuts.
Peanuts!
Ah, my first luau. I remember it like it was yesterday.
So do I. And so do the firefighters, the FBI, and the Hawaiian Association for Avian Safety.
Good times. It amazes me how Max can go from 300 confirmed kills to painting happy little trees.
Happy little cheese.
¿Cómo estás, mi peñita en almíbar? I miss your smile every day. I miss other things too. I will never forget the night you showed me your hula. When you come back, we will find the end of the Hawaiian rainbow together. Todo mi amor, tu amigo Rodrigo Esperanza. Surfing with Max and Jenkins. Those were the days.
Wait.
Max's mother was strong. And when I say strong, I mean it. I once saw her drinking at a luau, and, well, afterward, she was a tractor, farmer and all. Can you make sounds, preferably by using an instrument? Then we'd love to work with you.
The mouth is an instrument.
Will be compensated with free food and drink. Note, free food and drink must be paid at the end of your shift. Out of shape? Feeling lonely? Experience the Island Beat at Max's hula class. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. I really should go, if only to see Max in that grass skirt and coconut bra. Can you make sound? Note. Thank Washington there's no one around. Otherwise, my career would be in shambles. They are made of rare Hawaiian trust. Joseph Buckingham, my right-hand man, and one hell of a janitor. By Roosevelt's fireside chats. I should never have let him do this.
Wait. I know that voice. Buckingham? Is that you? Oh, man. Long time no see, huh?
Not goddamn long enough.
Oh, he's such a joker.
I just realized this stool is Darth Vader. But I don't think there's anything more to do in here anyway.
I forgot my...
I can't believe she just took it. That does it, Eliza. From this day on, no more tiny umbrellas in your cocktails. Yeah, that'll teach her.
I keep a spare one on me at all times.
Damn you, Eliza, and your bottomless pockets. Better return it without a scratch.
Well, woo, I got that.
Free wigs. Amos, we have a situation.
What did Betty do this time?
What? No! Father Jenkins has been kidnapped.
Look, Eliza, I doubt anyone kidnapped Jenkins. Maybe he just stepped out for a quick pilgrimage or something.
Just, you know, a quick little trip to the Holy Land.
Have a sheriff.
Eliza, you're 5 feet away. I heard that.
What exactly
Mail fraud, robbing banks, hijacking, blowing up statues of important historical figures?
That last one does not seem to match the others in terms of severity. But I am more concerned about the military presence than that.
You're right, Eliza. First we deal with this military business. Then we get those vandals.
Amos, we need to discuss the America's Safest Town Award. It was so humiliating to be disqualified last year. Please tell me we are in better shape now.
Well, I've done the best I can, and our crime rate is extremely low, if you don't count all the petty crimes.
My ears must be going bad. I could have sworn you just said Betty crimes.
I've chosen my words carefully, Eliza.
Who is this Betty?
Oh, so that's how you want to play this. Okay, how about this? January 13th, 1940. Someone spray painted an enormous, unflattering portrait of me on the side of the school.
You should be grateful that you inspired the artist to create such a masterpiece.
Uh-huh. October 28th, 1942. Someone released a tank of scorpions in the school gym.
Whoever that was, we should be grateful to them. The Coyotes have never run so fast. They almost scored their first point ever.
Right. June 6th, 1943. Betty showed up to the town's annual celebration and shot her potato gun at anyone who even blinked at her.
That one was on you, Amos. You did say you love potato salad.
Ugh.
I know, right? He's just like... Things this man remembers and retains is funny to me, with the chipmunks and Betty's crimes.
Yeah, right.
Existence.
You haven't given me a day off since I took this position.
An exaggeration, if I ever heard one.
You made me work on my wedding night.
I am trying not to, but this game is not holding much of my attention, I gotta be honest.
Eliza, next time you decorate a Christmas tree, use a damn footstool. Your tree wasn't even that tall. Why couldn't Betty have done it?
Do you not remember what she did the previous year?
I could never forget it. What happened to the Spreading Pure Universal Tinsel 5000 anyway?
She forgot it at the White House when I took her there last year. The president found it and accidentally triggered it in the Oval Office. There was so much tinsel, it took a whole year to rescue him.
I reckon Truman's got a whole new appreciation for the holiday spirit now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, hey.
Tinsel is a
Betty exists in this one.
Santa would have been.
Oh. And she's gonna be gone. There she goes.
Amos, I must insist you stop working for the night.
And I must insist on declining to do so. I have a funny feeling you'd fire me for dereliction of duty.
Do you really believe me to be so petty?
I have the right to remain silent. Why are you so intent on me taking tonight off anyway?
Your obsession with the supernatural is starting to affect your work, Amos. Take the
I know, that would have been interesting.
tip-top shape to fight off actual threats.
All of these secondhand accounts of Betty's crimes.
We hunt down those evil chipmunks anyway.
Have a good night.
I'll be here if you need me.
Okay.
Clearly, he is not leaving. Time for Plan B. Perhaps we could exploit that chipmunk obsession of his to nudge him out.
Oh, good, another person. Just what I needed. Another character to learn all about and not care two shits about. I am going to go get a drink and a snack. I'm gonna be right back. Even though I'm supposed to be stopping this in like half an hour, I just yeah, I need something to keep myself busy, and I guess eating is gonna be what that thing is. It's not because I want to just do something busy work or whatever. I am actually a little peckish something, you know. But anyway, I'll be right back. And we return. Oh, with dip and another drink. All right, let's get into this with this guy. I like how I can spend an entire stream just getting more exposition in the middle of a game.
Mr. Harrelson.
Because, you know,
Business to discuss.
that's when you should put the exposition. Alright, this is the guy that I need to, set up the heist with.
Could you and I possibly have to talk about?
I suppose I have the same answer for both questions. We have a mutual friend. One Jack Riley, to be precise.
Uh-huh. So what's the password then?
I have to remember this ship.
I'd like to rent a room with cheese, please.
It is one way to do it.
But no cheese. I can't believe Jack Riley's actually here. Hadn't heard a peep from him since I got out of the joint. What's he cooking up this time?
Let us say he is planning to make an unauthorized withdrawal at the bank.
Huh, what for? There can't be any money in this one-horse town. Besides, I got a job already. But maybe if you did something for me first, I'd feel a little more helpful.
What sort of help did you have in mind?
I've been hired to bring down a certain rhino. I need an M1 Garand rifle for the job, and I ain't got one. You help me
Rhino?
with that,
Like Rhino Co?
give you and Jack a hand.
You seem to be better suited to procuring illegal munitions than myself. Why ask me? 3
reasons. 1, I don't feel like walking. 2, your dumbass sheriff is already suspicious of me. 3, it always helps to have an extra set of fingerprints on a stolen gun.
Well, Amos has confiscated a large number of hunting rifles. I could check at the police station.
No, if the sheriff sees one of those is missing, he'll suspect something. No cops.
It really needs more focus, that's for sure.
Crystal. But where else am I supposed to find your firearm?
I guess you'll have to track down the Desert Viper and make a deal.
Now, who the fuck is that?
Where can I find this Desert Viper you mentioned?
The hell should I know? Do I look like
I also don't know what the point of all this is still.
This is no time for wordplay, Mr. Harrelson. Tell me what you know.
The Desert Viper is the toughest, meanest, scariest
At least with Betty, we had a pretty clear idea of what we were trying to do.
You mean to tell me I have had an illegal arms dealing operation running under my nose this entire time?
I don't know how to answer that exactly. How long have you lived here?
Almost all my life.
Then yeah.
So, you came to the middle of the American desert to hunt rhinos, did you?
Goddamn right I did. Why do you care?
Because I imagine it would be quite a difficult task, considering there are no wild rhinoceroses here, or anywhere on the continent for that matter.
Believe me, my information is good. The rhino is here.
Out of curiosity, how did you and Riley meet?
It's...
We spent some time together in California.
I definitely don't know where we are anymore.
Where? Alcatraz? San Quentin?
Chino, actually. We were new meat at the same time. Without Riley, I would have never made it out.
Why exactly were you imprisoned?
I was brought in on charges of murder, armed robbery, counterfeiting, and third-degree puppy punting.
Animal cruelty. Could you sink any lower?
It's not what you think. I was framed by the Chicago Canine Unit. Those bastards busted into my place, beat me to a pulp, and peed all over the carpet. And then, to add insult to injury, they chewed up my best shoes.
I don't know that there is a goal.
But how could that land you in prison?
Oh, they played.
I guess this is supposed to somehow...
And then told the court that I was the one who beat them up.
This is somehow the way to
Showed up to the trial with
learn what happened, maybe? Or
They look so cute. No
where Eliza
kid
is?
would believe my side of the story.
Dirty police dogs. I could never have imagined.
Hey, Cab.
So, you are a member of a biker gang. That is a lovely ride you have there, by the way.
We call it a motor club, but yeah. And thanks. Got this beauty from someone in another club.
I was not expecting biker rivalries to be so civil.
It wasn't a gift, lady. More like an involuntary surrender.
See, that would have been a perfect place to make Lady Gaga joke. Plane, bus, club, another club, another club, another club, another club, next place. You know, we could have had that moment, but we didn't. So here we are.
Tell me more about your motor club.
They call us the bloodthirsty turtles of furious death.
Okay. Why?
Have you had many encounters with your rivals?
Hell's Summer Associates? Not since the incident.
Summer's Associates?
You mean how you were run off the big island with your tails between your legs?
As I said, the incident. Yeah.
I am surprised that you never sought revenge.
I don't think any of
We
you
are referring to something that I have no context on.
They're all scared of the Hell Summer Associates leader. Apparently it's a woman, and she goes by the
Why does this matter?
Yeah, how'd you know? Holy crap, are you? Damn, the legend herself.
Cool. More backstory.
When did you join this motor club of yours?
When I drew my first breath, I was born in the sidecar of my dad's motorcycle while he was trying to outrun the fuzz. See, my dad was running from the cops when he ducked into a bookstore to hide.
Does anyone actually refer to them as the Fuzz anymore?
Took one look at this big, sweaty biker covered with tattoos and breathing hard.
It really does feel like there was no editor in this.
We tend to have that effect on people. He grabbed my terrified mother in one arm and the store's cash box in the other, threw them both into a sidecar and hit the road. They were en route to the hospital when Dad swerved to avoid a kid on a bicycle. We hit a wall. Dad and I were okay, but the cash box hit Mom in the head and, well, that was the first time I ended up in the clink.
I must drop by next time I am in Chicago. I would love to see all the mugshots in your family album.
Hey, you laugh, but I looked adorable in those tiny handcuffs.
It must have been hard growing up without a mother.
Kinda. Dad wasn't around much, so I had to do a lot of stuff for myself. Cook, clean, pay the bills, change my diapers.
I wish my offspring were that self-sufficient. I coddle her too much.
Yeah, right. No offense, but you don't really seem like the nurturing type.
Excuse me? I defy you to find even one other mother in this country who did a better job than I...
Ooh. That would be the second explosion that Betty has set off in the last day.
That was a good one! Woo, these fumes are making me dizzy.
The earlier one, however, was a nuclear bomb.
Ever thought about leaving the club?
I don't know why I just George W. Bushed into that one.
And you never abandon your family.
I mean, not without a good reason. Your loyalty is admirable, regardless.
Our motto has always been, the only way out is in a body bag.
I do not need any more information about your unwholesome existence.
Aww.
Aww.
What sort of help did you have in mind?
I need an M1 Garand rifle for the job, and I ain't got one. You help me with that.
Why do you need that specific rifle instead of just some kind of hunting rifle with a scope?
We will speak later, Mr. Harrelson.
Sure thing. I ain't going nowhere.
I should probably stop eating the dip. This is dangerous, and I will eat the entire fucking container if I give myself the chance to. No, I think the Rhino bit is specifically... So he's from Chicago, all right? We're going to connect some of these dots that they are giving us. Because, you know, as disjointed as this feels and how lost this feels, the scope is huge, but everything is connected. And I can see it. It's just frustrating because it's way too big for what it needs to be. basically, the mob guy, right, who has the terrible Italian, he ratted out the horse-faced mob boss that Betty impersonated to make him give up something. I don't remember how we got that. To scare him away and get the get into the vault in order to get Linda's tools. There it is. Anyway, mob guy, right, from Chicago, ratted out the horse-faced guy. Horse-faced guy is in prison, hires this guy because he's from Chicago. He said he was from Chicago, right? And he's here to kill a rhino, right? Mafia guy, whose name I literally cannot remember right now. It's great. In this town, runs a company named Rhino Co. He's a mafia hit guy hired to kill what's his face. Obviously didn't do it, but you know, because this is a year ago.
What's wrong with her?
We don't know. The doctors won't even look at her because we can't pay. All we know is that she's really sick.
Aw, buck up, little buddy. Hey, you know what I think will make you guys feel a lot better? How about a nice big piece of cake?
Yay! Cake!
Okay, 1 cake, special orphan price. That'll be $29.99 excluding tip.
What? We don't have any money, Mike.
No money, no cake, kiddo. You want something just for showing up? What do you think this is? Communist Russia? But,
right.
well, in your case, I'll make an exception. Just don't tell the man in the gas station.
Socialist dessert distribution under capitalism.
Okay. I feel like they're...
Must we really talk to Michael? Is there truly no other option? If this is actually...
Hey, no!
I have no time for games.
No matter what...
Ugh, children.
Gross, a grown-up. Miss Mayor, do you mind? We're trying to hold an important meeting. Boring.
I don't know why I was going in here then. Oh, cockroach.
Holy smokes! Is that a giant cockroach? Is he cooking?
Hey, I got out a living somehow. Besides, what's the problem? You've been eating it since you got here. Where do you think all your school cafeteria food comes from?
Ew!
Kids, leave Rocco alone.
Okay. That was a Steam achievement. Fun fact.
I fail to see how a plane crash is the mayor's fault.
Oh, really? Ask yourself then. Was there ever a downed plane cluttering up downtown before the Barrett administration?
You seem quite invested in damaging Mayor Barrett's public image. Please, continue.
Wonder who this bitch is.
Such a lovely evening, is it not, Miss Hart?
Well, hello there, Mayor Barrett. Long time no see.
Have I wronged you somehow? Otherwise, I do not understand why you are mounting such a savage campaign against me.
Wronged me. You are such a... Really? You don't understand? I'm your opponent. And any strategist worth their salt knows that the first move in war is to weaken the opposition.
By that statement, I can tell you have a military background.
I was raised in a military household, yes. My father is a high-ranking officer. What of it?
Just trying to place you, that is all. It must have been quite difficult, growing up in such a strict environment.
You call these military corners, young lady? Having a bed is a privilege, and you're not worthy of it. Now drop and give me 50 before you make your bed the right way.
Hello? Miss Hart? Are you listening to me?
No. Why would I listen to you? And shut up! You don't know anything about me!
Do you have a problem with the way I manage my town?
You bet I do! The costs Sam will need to face to turn his life around after this incident must be astronomical, and for—
Don't bother. I've got it covered. And I don't want anyone messing it up.
But that's not all. You're leading an unjust crusade against a local business that has stood for generations.
You cannot be serious.
Oh, but I am. Michael Walker has a thriving small business and a great work ethic. And all you ever do is try to sabotage him.
Well, if you are so confident my treatment of Michael is unwarranted, we could always discuss it with him over a plate of his latest creation.
Table for two, then?
Oh, God, no.
You want to eat there? Really?
What about Max's Kamehameha, sponsored by Eliza Barrett? A disgusting display of favoritism. If it was up to me, I'd have that bar shut down lickety-split. What the hell? Was that a coconut?
Yep, and there's more where that one came from.
Perhaps now would be a good time to drop this subject. Would you not agree, Ms. Hart?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
What is the purpose behind all these baseless accusations you keep spouting?
I demand to be properly compensated for all the pain and suffering you've caused me. I mean the pain and suffering that your plane crash caused in my town. Yeah, that.
Compensation? That is preposterous. I am not listening to this tripe for one more second.
Well, that's your choice. I'll just have to spread the word that a vote for Barrett means endorsing aerial destruction of your town.
As if anyone in their right mind would— oh, damn it all.
And the tables play her like a fiddle. I'd play a
Ms.
fiddle.
Hart, I have a better idea on how to solve this quandary.
Against my better judgment, I'm listening.
While I could compensate you and your town for any damages you may have incurred from the crash, would it not be much better if you did so yourself?
In your dreams?
Ah, but that simple act would go so far in furthering yours. Just picture the headline. Mayor Hart averts major crisis. Neighboring towns forever grateful.
It would make me look good with the voters, while making you look like you don't care about your town at the same time. Deal.
Well, this was not how I pictured that going. Perhaps I should have picked a better strategy. That will be all for today.
Don't think you can just shoo
Was
me
that?
away.
So that was the wrong choice then. Thank you.
More dirt on you. Mark my words.
Whatever you need to give your life meaning.
Well, I guess we're gonna redo that. I didn't get a like Eliza Barrett will regret that though. Now we have to watch the roach again.
Is that a giant cockroach?
Hey, I got earn a living somehow. Where do you think all your school cafeteria food comes from?
Kids, leave Rocco alone.
Just hitting the skip button over and over again. Come on. All right. Let's save here if we're gonna, you know.
I fail to see.
Oh, was there ever a downed plane cluttering up downtown before the Barrett administration?
You seem
Such a lovely evening, is it not, Miss Hart?
Well, hello there, Mayor Barrett. Long time no see.
Time no see.
Have other
Wronged me. You are such a really. And I was raised in a military household. Yes, my father is a high-ranking officer. What of it?
just trying to place.
Oh, what of it? And I got it.
Difficult growing up in such a strict environment.
You call these military corners, young lady? Having a bed is a privilege, and you're not worthy of it. Now drop and give me 50 before you make your bed the right way.
Hello? Miss Hart? Are you listening to me?
No.
Why
would I listen to you? And shut up. You don't know anything. You bet I do. To turn this life around after this incident must be astronomical, and for—
Don't bother. I've got it covered. And I don't want anyone messing it up.
But that's not all.
You can't—
Oh, but I am. And all—
Well, we could always discuss it with him over a plate of his latest creation.
Table for two.
Oh, God, no. What about Max's Kamehameha, sponsored by Eliza Barrett? If it— What the hell? Was that a coconut?
Yep, and there's more where that one came from.
Perhaps not.
Uh-huh.
What is the purpose behind all these baseless accusations you keep spouting?
I demand to be properly compensated for all the pain and suffering you've caused me. I
am not—
Well, that's your choice. I gotta vote.
As if— Oh.
Okay.
I had nothing to do with the incident. In fact, I am certain it was a malicious third party who caused the crash.
Oh, really? And who would that be?
The Chipmunk Gang.
Yeah, right. They were busy swiping your leaflets when— Oh, I mean, chipmunks. What chipmunks?
Oh, do not worry. Sheriff Coltrane is hot on their trail and is sure to bring the entire gang to justice, along with every single one of their collaborators, no matter how small their role.
You know, there's no need to make such a fuss about something like this. I'll cover the costs, and no need to bother poor Sheriff Coltrane.
I see.
Oh.
Although considering I made all of that up, I now have actual concerns about these chipmunks. That will be all for today.
Don't think you can just shoo me away. I'll be back with even more dirt on you. Mark my words.
Whatever you need to give your life meaning.
Ugh.
Well, okay. I guess I'm fine with that one. Didn't end bad.
Nancy Peterson. She claims to be a journalist, but my gut tells me otherwise. Good evening, Ms. Peterson.
Sorry, Miss Barrett, but I'm a little bit busy here.
Do not make me look at it. I already know what happened. I am sure Lincoln will be fine. And do not dare jinx it.
He's fine now, but...
Now the army. Poor Sam can never catch a break, can he? This is a loss I will mourn.
Eliza! I was hoping to see you one more time before my bus got here. Now I can say farewell properly.
Farewell? Sam, you cannot possibly leave us for a minor setback.
Well, I wouldn't consider a giant airplane wing a minor setback exactly.
But we can help you rebuild. Or we could even leave the wing stuck in the motel and make it a tourist attraction. You could charge them for admission, photos, souvenirs.
Not this time, Eliza. I've made up my mind. I'm going back to Arizona. It's past time I return to my roots.
In the next state next door. All right.
I always wanted to help teach the young. Keep the stories of my childhood alive. I'll leave business management to the new generation.
But why leave in such a rush? Can you not wait until after the election?
That's my Eliza. You always cheer me up. I'm truly going to miss you, friend.
If there is no changing your mind, then let us at least make our final conversation one to remember.
Defining.
My offspring is going to miss you very much.
And I'll miss her deeply, especially our intellectual conversations.
You mean when you put wild ideas in her head and then I have to deal with the backlash?
Exactly. By the way, expect to be having a nice conversation about spirit animals any time this week.
What animal should I be expecting her to behave like now?
I just told her it probably would be the dolphin.
Because of her curious and inventive nature?
Yes. Also because of that time I saw her swallow a mackerel whole without even blinking.
Oh my god. I mean, well, you know, she ate fucking reporter over there, so.
I am glad nothing happened to you last night. How did you manage that exactly?
The weirdest thing happened. I woke up in the middle of the night to something tapping on my window.
What was it?
A condor, white as snow, knocking on the glass. We stared into each other's eyes for a moment, and then it told me to follow.
A talking condor, Sam? Have you perhaps spent too much time around my offspring?
You want to hear the story or not? I followed him around until we reached a level crossing, when suddenly I heard an explosion and a loud crash. I turned around just in time to see the plane wings slice my motel in half.
It would seem that bird saved your life, Sam.
Indeed it did. I turned around to express my gratitude, but it had already left.
Yeah, he's departed all right. Snow-dusted chicken wings. Get them while they're hot.
Okay.
Despite everything, you do not seem that concerned about what happened.
Oh, well, this door-to-door salesman popped in yesterday. Very persuasive. He had me sign one of his insurance packages in 5 seconds flat. Called it the "Whatever happens, we've got you covered" pack. It was for a limited time offer, ending yesterday too. And he even gave me a 50% discount because he liked my nose.
Sam, you know they always use that wording to get you to sign without thinking, right?
Not in this case. Here, take a look.
In the event of a military plane or piece of it falling on your property, L. Hardy's insurance will shoulder all the costs, as well as pay for any damages you may have incurred. Well, I'm amazed.
That's a little
but happy for you, Sam.
convenient.
I'm going to live quite the comfy life thanks to that idiocy.
I hope you know you will always be welcome here, Sam.
You know, Eliza, for all your obvious faults.
Faults?
Wow.
Me? Whatever do you mean?
Where should I begin? You're greedy, arrogant, deceitful?
Well, I cannot argue with those.
Bossy, overly ambitious, dishonest about your feelings?
I thought you said these were faults.
Megalomaniacal, vengeful, and mean.
Well, that did hurt. I certainly hope there is a but coming.
But you are a truly remarkable woman, Eliza.
Oh, hush you. What should we do with the motel?
Oh, I'm sure you have some ideas already.
Why do I get the feeling that if I say we should use it to help those in need, something else is going to come out of her mouth? It's not going to be that.
There are several children in town with no homes or families. The motel, once reconstructed, would be a perfect place for them to live.
Eliza, that's a fantastic idea.
What can I say, Sam? I'm not about to let a bunch of orphans ruin my re-election.
Okay. I mean, not for the right reasons, but I was expecting her to be a little more evil than that.
Will you miss us?
This town will always have a special place in my heart, Eliza. And if I had one regret, it's that I leave with many unanswered questions. Will Amos ever catch the chipmunks? Will Ben ever see a real communist? Who is the real legal owner of the diner?
Apologies. What was that last one?
Have you seen the vermin around that place? They're so big, it makes me wonder if Mike is really the one in charge of that place.
I mean, literally, one of them is large enough to cook.
Honestly, with you gone, I do not know how I will manage.
Oh, Eliza, you worry too much. I'll be fine.
Who will help me deal with my offspring now?
Oh, that's what you meant. Well, in that case, let me make a recommendation. The River of Lost Souls.
Sam, drowning her is a little dramatic.
I'm talking about the River of Lost Souls, Hot Springs Resort and Spa. They're offering a great package for overworked people like yourself. They even have a daycare to look after Betty.
Okay, so the joke is supposed to be, you know, kill Betty, but
I appreciate the thought.
the real joke that I'm seeing in there is that Betty needs daycare.
Amos is too busy with that chipmunk case.
Chipmunks? Nah, that's not...
What the fuck?
Oh, no. Did you see that?
See what?
I don't know. It was like some kind of vision.
But what did you see?
Never mind. It was unclear. Difficult to interpret. It's a good thing I'm leaving today.
This has been such a lovely chat, but I suppose
Okay.
we must say goodbye now.
Eliza, before you leave,
Whatever.
I don't know if I should tell you this, but I've been having these dreams about you.
Sam, I am flattered, but...
Not that. I'm concerned about your future, Eliza. I feel it is a grim one. In my dream, you have lost everything. Friends, home, your daughter, and even...
Do not say the presidency. Anything but the presidency.
your life.
Deep sigh.
You old rascal.
Well, I won't keep you any longer, Eliza. Godspeed, my friend, and may the spirits be kind to you.
Goodbye, Sam.
Why does he have his thumb out as if he's hitchhiking when he's waiting at the bus stop?
American planes are terrible, but I wouldn't think they were this terrible.
Oh man, this is gonna be awesome!
Hell yeah, it is!
What do you think?
I don't know. It's missing something.
Oh, I know!
Nice! That's perfect! Betty.
Not now. I think it's still missing something. Ooh, I know. What if she was breathing fire?
Hey, Betty, you might want to quit it with the artistic expression.
I can't quit now. I just realized she needs a sombrero. Spanish is a beautiful language. That is why I have decided to make this giant hat my running mate.
Mary Elizabeth Anderson.
Ah.
Should I even bother to ask why you are doing this?
Because I didn't expect to get caught, duh.
Linda, just fucking...
Why is it that whenever anything goes wrong around here, it's always because of you two?
Hey, it's never my idea.
That is quite enough. Both of you go home immediately. And you should be thankful I am not reporting you to Amos for defacement of public property.
You wouldn't do that to your own daughter.
Oh my god, you idiot. Yes, she would. Let's get the hell out of here before she changes her mind.
Betty really is dumb. It's beautiful to see. Ah. Ducky the rooster is there now.
Cluck, cluck.
Quack, 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 quack.
Cluck-a-doodle-oo.
Quack, quack, quack.
Menacingly?
Bang, 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 bang.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum, 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 bum.
Save it for tomorrow. It's time for my beauty sleep. Good night, Miss Mayor.
All right, well.
Stop right there, you commie scum.
Benjamin, for the last time, I am not a communist.
Stop right there, you gubernatorial scum.
Fine, I will leave you and your home alone.
Good. Now back to
So he lives over there? Okay. Huh. Alright, well. That was not helpful to any of the couple of goals that I can determine I have.
As mayor, you might assume I have certain abilities, but sticking my hand through solid matter is not one of them. I am not sure why we have a costume shop in town, but I am grateful for it now.
Yet I cannot go into it.
As much as that crooked manhole cover bothers me, I have noticed it bothers Michael even more. So no, I will not be fixing it anytime soon. The last thing my campaign needs is for the paparazzi to catch me digging through the garbage.
See, you're right. Yeah, a Spirit Halloween would have made this funnier. You're right. Whoa, wait a minute though. That just reminded me that a Spirit Halloween actually opened up down the street for me, which is really weird because it opened like, you know, I live in a part of Boston that's not super city-ish, you know, it's not quite suburb, but it's pretty close. Like a lot of the houses around here are like 2 or 3 units tops, right? And there are even some single family houses that are on their own plots of land, and like I have a backyard, stuff like that, right? But it is enough that like there really aren't strip malls or anything like that, which is where Spirit Halloweens usually go. But there is a Spirit Halloween like in a little, it looks tiny. It's so weird. I've never seen a Spirit Halloween pop up in a place like that.
Marco, I need you to stop by the spot tonight to receive our regalino.
Earlier than we expected.
Yes, but I still want you to be careful. We have never worked with this Tucker fellow before.
It'll be fine, boss. It's just a routine pickup.
Just keep an eye out, would you? Both for the shipment and for trouble?
Trouble, huh? Like the Syndica over there?
Hello, Syndica. What brings you to my humble abode?
Greetings, Mr. Cooper. I must say, your definition of humble clearly differs from mine.
Oh, this? It's nothing special. Just a little reminder of the old country. But I am sure you did not come here to discuss architecture, did you?
Which is why the crest has 2 guns.
On behalf of my dear friend Maxwell, I must ask you for something.
The bartender. What does he need now?
He requires an additional copy of the contract you drafted for him. The original has been misplaced.
Sorry, Syndica, but 3 copies are more than enough.
I believe that is all I needed to discuss.
Buona notte, Syndica. Now come here and say goodnight to me.
But boss...
What, not even a little smooch?
What if someone's looking?
We're alone, boo-boo, I promise.
All right.
Okay.
Leave the book of nothing. I should leave the stamp here, unless I need it. I would not want it to fall into the wrong hands.
But it wore out. You can't use it anymore.
Deputy McCord, a word, please.
Have a good night. I feel like I'm probably right behind. I feel like nothing got done though. Like,
I have no time to waste on idle chatter.
I'm not sure what to do actually, to be honest. I'm at a point where I'm not sure what we're doing. Is this actually gonna work? Oh my god, wait, it's actually gonna work.
Come on, you precious critters. Sing for Amos. Adorable.
Okay. So we're gonna go drive the sheriff mad by giving him that. Amos enthraller.
I want this to succeed. Amos?
Oh, hey, Eliza. Is there something I can do for you?
I have heard some unsavory rumors flying around about how our little town is harboring a dangerous black market operation.
Black market? Here? Ha! What are they dealing in? Cactus fruit? Huge quantities of sand?
Weapons! For the love of Churchill, weapons!
Holy guacamole! I wonder who could possibly be involved with something like that. I bet it's someone we'd never suspect.
Lorraine?
Have a good night.
I'll be here if you need me.
It's Lorraine. Drugs and guns, let's be honest.
Imagine the irony of using Amos's chipmunk obsession to lure him into a trap right here in his own police station. I must say, I do not think Amos will fall for this.
No?
There we are. Now, let me just get out of the way.
What's this letter? Dear Amos Coltrane, you have been identified as the last living Romanov. Enclosed, please find a check for the sum total of your family's assets worth over... Wait a second. This letter smells like... nuts! They're here! They're actually here! All right, you
Go take a look.
evildoers, prepare to feel the full force of the law! Where are you, you little bastards? I'll find you!
I mean, they were singing a minute ago on the recording.
Aha! You won't escape this time! If you come out now, I'll personally ask Judge Roberts to go easy on you. A cute little orange jumpsuit is better than a tiny electric chair.
Why did it sound like that?
Mecha Chipmunk! I thought it was only a legend, but it's here somewhere.
Great Van Buren's ghost. Maybe I should stop this embarrassing scene.
God damn it, this is Eliza's fault! I told her a few mousetraps wouldn't be enough to stop a menace like this!
He's gonna start crying again.
Perhaps I should enjoy the show for a bit longer.
Chipmunks? You there? Maybe Eliza's right. Maybe this is all in my head and I'm finally losing it. I'm just an embarrassed...
Yeah, he's gonna start crying again.
Crazy old fool who's no good to anyone.
And there it goes. Yep. God damn. Man has one mood, and it's cry.
Amos, what on earth are you doing? Why are you locked in a cell?
Locked in a... Oh, god damn it! Please, Eliza, go get my keys from the office! And warn McCord. He has no backup in the park, and they might be heading his way!
Wait here. Not that you have a choice.
Alright, so we can't take those guns. I'm not sure what those are for.
If I am not broadcasting, Lorraine is closed for the night. From the sound of it, she is taking stock. Rattling the shutters is very noisy. I would rather let Lorraine sleep.
I don't.
Give her the scare of her life. Not a chance.
Lorraine's low caliber fruits.
Oh, and give her the...
She has the gun.
Deputy, I need your assistance. It is an emergency. Sheriff Coltrane has gotten himself locked in one of the holding cells. You must get him free at once.
But I'm under strict orders from the sheriff himself not to leave my post.
And do you think the sheriff had this exact scenario in mind when he gave you that order?
Oh boy, this is a tough one. I guess it's okay, seeing as you're the mayor and all. I'll be off now.
And off goes the deputy. Okay. They get to the police station on time. Will Amos finally meet his sworn enemies face to face? And more importantly, will these shenanigans cost the lives of the election? The answers to these questions will be revealed right now. Okay.
Sheriff Coltrane!
McCord? Damn it, kid! I told you not to leave your post!
It's okay, sir. The mayor told me to do it.
You got a lot to learn about people in this town, kid.
What happened, sir?
Those nut-smuggling chipmunks set me up! Did you hear that?
Indeed I did, Chief.
Help me look. There must still be one around here somewhere.
They're gonna get locked in again. Ah, yes.
No way! Those little bastards outsmarted me again!
Don't worry, I still have the keys. One sec.
No, you don't.
Sir, I don't know how, but they must have taken them.
It's not over, you bastards! Do you hear me? It's not over!
Sir, it's been a really long day. Why don't we call it?
You're right. Let's get some sleep.
Dibs on the top bunk!
No.
There are no maps left. Michael must have raided the stand again. That is the 5th time this month. Ah, I love it when a plan comes together. Not yet. We have no other choice but to follow Mr. Riley's orders. For now. I believe we have run out of...
Ooh, okay.
of interesting topics.
Can we deal with that later?
Perhaps I could
Please?
think of something later.
Huh. Updated Steam subscriber agreement, I guess.
My intent is to turn it off, not set it off. As much as I would love Mr. Huckleberry, my intent, I am supposed to make... I have the water. Nobody. Greetings, Max.
Welcome, my friend.
I need you to reach out to your contacts in Washington and ask for intel on the Desert Viper.
Oh, you mean Lorraine?
Do you mean Lorraine?
I could swear you just implied that Lorraine is the Desert Viper.
Did
low caliber fruits?
No, I most certainly did not.
Oh boy. I know you're mad, but just remember one thing. You can't argue your way out of a gunshot wound.
I would love to catch up with you if you have the time.
I've always got time for you, honey.
Are you still stringing Esperanza along?
You know, I'd actually like to see him again. I should drop by next time I go back. Why don't you come with me?
You know I want to, but I have too many responsibilities. Besides, I cannot possibly leave my offspring alone at such a crucial time.
Betty'll be fine. She'll probably just watch TV and...
Run like the wind, Perdigon! Yeah!
All of these are happening off screen. Not fair.
Maybe after your campaign, then.
We should return to this some other time.
Sure thing.
I shall see you another time, Max.
You're always welcome here, my friend.
Frank. The mafia's name is Frank.
Well, I think it is best that... Lorraine, are you there? Lorraine, open up. We need to talk. Lorraine?
What on earth, Eliza? Can't this wait until tomorrow?
No, it cannot wait. I must speak with you now.
Oh, all right. What is it then?
Does the name Desert Viper ring a bell?
Desert Viper? What is that? The new dish at Mike's?
No. Apparently, the Desert Viper is a dangerous illegal weapons dealer. From what I've been told, their base of operations is right here in this town.
What? Oh, Eliza, if that were true, you would have found this person by now. You're so clever.
It makes me quite angry to think that someone in this town, someone I trusted, would do such a terrible thing.
Now, dear, don't get all worked up. Why don't you take a couple of deep breaths and I'll bring you a nice hot cup of cocoa?
No time for that, Lorraine. I need to call the FBI immediately.
The FBI?
Yes, I will make it my personal crusade. No house will be left unchecked, no stone left unturned. Not until that snake in the grass is at my feet, begging for...
Ah, damn it all the hell! I'm the Desert Viper!
Ah, damn it all the hell.
The feds, okay?
Let me explain what will happen to you now. You get to keep your business on a few conditions.
Do I have a choice?
Certainly you can choose not to accept. Of course, the choice accompanies a phone call to the...
Fine, I accept. Tell me what I have to do.
First, you solemnly swear not to ever involve Betty in this trash. Do not sell her anything.
Come on, I'm not stupid.
Second, I want to know where these weapons are coming from.
Well, if you must know, all my special produce comes from
Special produce.
the Kirtland farm.
You mean to tell me that the army is your supplier, straight out of Albuquerque? Preposterous. Hartman would never let something like this happen.
Oh, please, Eliza. That knucklehead ex-husband of yours hasn't realized he has a daughter.
Oh, General. Okay.
Attention to the munitions inventory.
General Hartman is Betty's father.
Do not.
But wait.
The less I know about this, the safer I am. Oh, and one more thing.
Hold on.
Would you happen to have an M1 Garand in stock?
What? Why would you need a weapon like that?
If you have one, I suggest you hand it over, right now.
So then Miss Hart is the daughter of a high-ranking
Not to worry, Lorraine.
military officer
I'm sure your client will
who
understand.
hates Eliza and looks like Eliza. I have thoughts. Give me the gun.
Why do they call you the Desert Viper?
I know it's a bit corny, but my dad always called me affectionate things like that.
I don't know that that was affectionate.
Desert Viper is a term of affection.
As opposed to what? Offspring?
Woof.
Point.
right there.
I am surprised Amos has not sniffed this out yet.
Ha! Amos couldn't find himself in a mirror.
Do not underestimate him, Lorraine. He may be distracted by a questionable case right now, but he will certainly catch up to you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I've been next to the police station all year, and he never suspected a thing.
Well, you cannot say I did not try to warn you. Lorraine, this is a highly dangerous game you are playing.
Maybe, but it's one I've played all my life, and I know what I'm doing.
But surely the consequences must keep you up at night.
Yes, they do keep me awake all night. Counting money!
Pleasure doing business with you, Lorraine. Oh, just one more thing before I go. I will just state it plainly. You and Tucker are voting for me.
Okay.
Oh, and I also require the votes of your children and grandchildren to really ensure my silence.
But I don't have any children.
Well, then you'd better start working on that right away.
All right. I don't understand why. So low caliber fruits, she has a thing of corn. That one doesn't make sense to me. The corn for. That's a vegetable.
Lorraine's low caliber fruits, how can I help you?
It's Cooper. You got my stuff?
Oh, yes. I have your shipment right here.
Bene.
But there's a little problem.
No, sto bene. What problem?
I don't have the Garand.
Stupid vecchia strega! Do you know what I will do to you if you don't deliver?
Look, it was all cleaned up and ready to go, and then...
Don't tell me it was those chinchillas again!
No, it wasn't the rodents this time. It was the mayor.
La Syndica, you gave my Garand to the mayor?
I didn't have a choice! She was gonna shut me down!
So there's just a grenade in that thing of apples.
Why she wants the Garand?
She didn't say. She must be planning a safari trip, thanks to the taxpayers, of course.
Yes, of course. That must be what she's doing.
And rhino hunting.
Drop by to collect the merchandise. Pronto. And then someday, you and I must have a little talk about supply and demand. Let me give you a preview. You need to supply exactly what I demand. Capisce?
It won't happen again, dear. I promise.
Good evening, Viper.
I believe this is what you were looking for, Mr. Harrelson.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've been waiting to get my hands on one of these for a long time.
All right.
Okay, lady. You held up your end of the deal, so I'll hold up mine. What's the plan?
Meet us by the church at midnight. You will receive further instructions then.
Works for me. That bank won't know what hit it.
Before I go, I want to make sure you do your part.
Of course I will. What do you take me for, lady?
An unreliable goon for hire who will disappear at the first sign of trouble.
Well, I'll cop to everything except unreliable. Anyway, I'm here until the morning at least.
Good. Then I shall see you when everything is ready.
Meanwhile, at the high school, Dr. Dixon receives an unwanted visit. How is this related to anything? Oh, okay, yeah.
General Hartman. Well, this is certainly an unpleasant surprise.
Hello, Dr. Dixon. The military is once more in need of your considerable expertise.
That's odd, because last I heard, my cooperation with the military was a one-time deal.
The deal has been altered, Doctor. Pray it doesn't become altered any further. Now come with me.
And what if I don't?
My orders are to bring you back on board using any method necessary. Keep that in mind.
Where's the hamster?
My rights, and I'm not going with you. We've done enough damage already.
I'm afraid you don't have a choice, Doctor. This order comes from the President himself.
Well, I'm sorry you still have to listen to that loudmouth, but I do not. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Again, Dr. Dixon, I'm authorized to be as persuasive as I need to be. For example, I could say that if you don't cooperate, everyone in town will find out just why you left your previous career.
You can't do this to me. This was supposed to be my fresh start.
Oh, I can do that and far worse. Believe me. Now, are you coming?
Okay.
I'm also just noticing it's 3 minutes to midnight.
This way, Doctor.
But time is progressing normally at this point, so... This is all happening right when the clocks stop. Huh.
Oh no! Look what you have done! You reckless delinquents!
That was not hard. And the chicken costume. Excellent.
One fewer problem to worry about.
I think that's everything, right? Just get the... Right? KO. What's that about?
Is that wine?
Hey, relax! It's the Holy Commerce or something.
It's called taking the sacrament, you buffoon. Oh, are you even really a priest?
I'm more of a priest than you are.
It was Betty that punted the
the
priest.
I'm taking the sacrament.
Ms. Peanut, are you here to ask for divine guidance for handling my offspring?
Well, the church does have centuries of experience fighting demons and monsters, but I mostly just wanted to hear the father's personal experience with the beast.
Well, that is not our usual man.
He looks awfully familiar, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Well, never mind.
How is the town?
I want to know what she has to do with anything.
Oh, I'm loving it here, actually. It's a very beautiful town, and the people are all so unique.
I do hope no one is giving you trouble.
Just Augustine. She keeps sending me hilarious notes explaining the fastest routes out of town. It was funny at first, but it's gotten a bit old already.
That will be all for now, Ms. Peanut.
Have a good night, Ms. Mayor. One more thing, Mayor Barrett. I'm starting to think I need a bit more preparation before I handle the beast. If I'm to have a fair go, I need to know where my predecessors went wrong.
The more information you have, the better your chances of helping her, I suppose. What do you need to know?
Well, I'm fairly familiar with the beast and her body of work, but there are some rumors I'd love to know more about. The lion tamer, for example, or the exorcism. Oh, what about the rumor that she accidentally became a war hero?
Again, I want to see these. Why? Just get to... Okay. I guess we get to hear about it.
One of your predecessors believed my offspring was possessed by the devil himself and insisted on an exorcism. I know it sounds crazy, but, well, actually, he did drive something out of her.
Oh,
the devil,
okay.
of course, but a lesser demon.
Bloody oath. You're not joking, are you?
No, I am not. The most unfortunate part is that when the demon was released, he wouldn't stop thanking us and kissing our feet.
Okay.
Far from being the cause of Betty's behavior, he was horrified by it.
That's good, actually. All right.
Well, the Vatican was not as entertained, let me tell you. Poor Jenkins was vilified as a demon savior and nearly excommunicated.
Well, the press certainly didn't go into enough detail about what happened. Tell me another story. You've got one, don't you?
Unfortunately, yes, I do.
Unfortunately.
That lion tamer, well, that was a joke. You should have seen him. A hirsute man in suspenders and tights, cracking his whip everywhere.
Ha, what a dag. And what kind of amateur needs a whip to tame a lion? Well, anyway, what happened to your hairy bloke in tights?
Well, he tried to tame Betty, and it did not go well for him. Have you ever seen a grown man cry?
Yeah, of course.
But have you ever seen a grown man cry while leaping through flaming hoops and purring?
No, I haven't, but that sounds bloody brilliant.
Don't believe lions can purr. Fun
To
fact.
be angry with her for that. Watching
Cats can either purr or roar. They cannot do both.
That's one hell of a story. Got another?
You know I do. Next, I think you should hear this one. The war hero thing. Well, that was surprising for everyone involved. You see, 1944 was a tough year for all of us here. That was the year I agreed to sign a stop work order for the U.S. mail for local routes. The carriers were incensed, especially as they were immediately drafted and given overseas assignments.
But how are a bunch of posties a threat? What could they even do?
Nothing on their own, but my offspring's teacher came up with a plot to get rid of her and enlisted every postal worker we had let go to help him. They lured her into a giant box with a twonky and a ball of shiny foil, then sealed it, wrapped it in chains, and sent her to Normandy.
Bloody hell, that's a bit much. Was she hurt?
Hurt? No, she was returned safe and sound, with a letter thanking us for volunteering her for service. Apparently, she put the Allies' munitions to surprisingly effective use.
You know, that tracks.
Sounds like something that would build her character, though.
I think more than anything, she demoralized the Germans. If I did not know better, I would say Hitler shot himself out of fear that she would get him next.
Good.
What? No comment this time?
Sorry, I was just... Well, I know impressed is probably the wrong word, but... Yeah, I was rather impressed by that one. Took me a moment to process everything. Can I hear another story?
Just turn Betty onto the axis and see what happens.
Oh, that university thing was doomed from the word go. You see, one teacher tried to reform my offspring instead of punishing her. She created a fake school in Brazil, the totally genuine University of Pernambuco. My offspring would have been the sole student, allowing her to receive special attention. As you might expect, she failed.
Forget the H-bomb. Just send Betty.
Had to do was sign her own name and she would have passed. How could she have possibly screwed that up?
Well, she assumed it was a trick question, so she wrote Benzin instead.
That's extraordinary. For so many reasons.
The worst part was breaking the news to Benjamin that it had all been a misunderstanding. He had already packed his bags and bought his ticket. Oh, he was crushed, cried for weeks.
Crikey.
Anyway, whatever you might have heard about my offspring, Ms. Peanut, the truth is far worse. That will be all for now, Ms. Peanut.
Talk to you later.
ETYL.
What now?
About the heist. Shall I show you what I have for disguises?
Nah, you hold on to them until we're ready to start.
I've enlisted Mr. Harrelson. You are welcome.
Not bad, Mayor. Not bad.
It was very unlikely that I ever would have failed. How do you expect me to disable the alarm?
That's your problem, honey. But you must know everyone in town. I'm sure you'll find someone to help you.
And if I don't?
Father Jenkins bites it.
I can hardly ban tax-paying residents from public spaces. What do you suggest I tell them?
You're the politician. Make some empty promises or threats. As long as no one's there to see the heist go down, I don't care what you do.
Is there anything we need to get before the operation?
Well, we're gonna need disguises, of course.
Okay.
I also need you to speak with a buddy of mine.
Okay.
Then we gotta find someone who... You gotta make sure the...
Okay.
We should...
Alright.
Oh, shit.
We should...
Alright. Before... If I see you talking with the fuzz again, you and I are gonna have a problem. Got it?
Okay, well, the kind of remaining thing is I need to get this guy.
That would certainly leave him unable to play, but I will not risk being seen dragging an unconscious body.
Has something to do with that contract. Why is this guy's car here too? But he's not here.
I cannot stop him now. Good or bad, I must allow him to continue. What he is doing to my speech is all better now.
I do need to go to sleep, so
I forgot my...
we might have to call it here. I feel like we didn't get very far, which is true. But yeah, all right. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's the stream, I guess. Another thrilling day in whatever this town is that we aren't naming of 3 minutes to midnight. We're obviously on the cusp of whatever happened to cause this whole thing, because it is, according to the clocks that we've seen, 3 minutes to midnight. The military's here. There's a lot going on. So I assume that when we finish this part to get to the bank, we're going to find out, like, what happened, maybe, or I don't know. Maybe we'll see it. Maybe we won't. Regardless, yeah, that is the end of our stream today, I think. Thank you all for joining yet again. We'll pick up again on Tuesday. Yeah. I don't have much more to say than that. Just gotta find ways to keep myself awake during the slow periods, I guess. Maybe, just maybe, we won't have new characters in the next act and won't have to sit and listen to their entire backstories in order to understand things. But here we are. Thank you all for joining yet again, and we'll pick up with more 3 minutes to midnight on Tuesday next week. So have a good night. See you all next week on Tuesday, and have a wonderful weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.